Cheers for that one, Willie. All good. Now, I would like to share with you all a beautiful story of love, romance and passion that spans over a decade and will continue to unfold for many more, maybe even forever. Chapter 1. The Glance. November 1998. At a social gathering that night, I caught a glance of a beautiful young lady. Long dark hair, soft, friendly features, and a dazzling smile. I found out her name was Kelly and decided before the night was through, I would talk to her. Fortunately, at this evening soiree was a 50-litre keg of Spates, which gave me ample courage to talk to the woman of my dreams. And we conversed that whole night. We ended up in a relationship, spending the next year in Dunedin, studying, partying, getting to know and fall in love with each other. And those were some of the happiest days of my life. Chapter 2. Into the workforce. September 2000. The small, quaint beachside town of Timaru became our first time working in full-time employment and living together. Now, some people say that the first time living together is a true test of your relationship. But if so, it was the easiest test I've ever had. The cold Timaru months of winter were spent with romantic candlelit dinners in front of the open fire. And the sunny summer days were at the beach or picnicking together beside lakes and rivers. And I would have to say that those were some of the happiest days. Chapter 3. The Big Smoke. August 2001. We then moved to Auckland, where we were greeted with open arms by Helen and Laurie. I must now take this time to thank them for their kind, generous hospitality, allowing us to stay with them, and also thank you very much for producing the woman I will spend the rest of my life with. Living with Kelly and the Korean family, I would count as some of the happiest days. Chapter 4. The Even Bigger Smoke. March 2004. Travelling abroad can be a daunting task, but when you're with someone you've known and loved a long time, it seems so much more easier. All the challenges we faced in London and Europe were overcome because of our laid-back natures and low stress levels. That's why I think we were made for each other. Experiencing the different cultures, viewing the wondrous sights Europe had to offer, was enhanced when sharing with the person I most passionately adore. And those have to be some of the happiest memories of my life. Chapter 5. Settling down. July 2006. Returning to Auckland heralded a new and exciting chapter in our lives. We purchased a house. Working together to shape a house into somewhere you can call home is very much like a relationship. Somewhere you feel comfortable, leave your troubles and worries at the door, come in and relax. Kelly and I's story have had good chapters and bad chapters, but our strong love for one another outweighs any hardship and produces the most happiest days of our lives. Kelly, I love you with all my heart and soul. You are an amazingly beautiful person, just as you were 10 years ago, and tonight is no exception. When I saw you today in your wedding dress, I was like the boy back in chapter 1, speechless. Yeah, where's the 50-litre keg? I promise our story and the continuing chapters of our life will be filled with more love, passion and romance for the rest of eternity. Never ending. Turn around, look at what you see in her face, the mirror of my dreams. You know our love is everywhere, in between the lines, written on the pages is the answer to our never-ending story. The never-ending story. Reach the stars. You belong with me. Dream of love, and what you see will be a passion for each other will unfold behind the clouds, and there upon the rainbow is the answer to our never-ending story. It's the never-ending story. The never-ending story.
Well done, Deannie. Thank you for that lovely song.